So people. So, I was thinking about something. Uh, I was talking about this a while back. I mean, I've talked about it plenty of times. I mention it every so often, but just to kind of clarify the idea, and also just have a single video talking about it. It's like this perpetual cycle of anxiety, and it's basically ignorance leads to fear because your imagination just goes off and starts imagining stuff as opposed to actually seeing what's going on and gathering real information. And then that fear leads to ignorance because you're fearful. You're like, oh crap, just run or whatever, and that is like a perpetual retardation cycle. Like, seriously, people have said that ignorance is like the greatest evil that on the planet, whatever. And I mean, so I guess it's highly relevant because if it's the greatest evil, then I mean we gotta try to do something about it. And this is like I said, a perpetual cycle of it, man. Oh, look at that moon, that's cool. Yeah, so ignorance. It's just, I'll give you an example I always use. Like, if you walk into your house, it's dark, it's super dark, right? And you hear something, there's a good level of caution to take if you don't know what it is. You use your five senses, pick up info. You're like, okay, was it a big sound? Was it a small sound? If it's a big sound, you might want to jet. If it's a small sound, you can say, okay, it sounded kind of tiny. It's nothing to be too scared of. But you kind of, cautiously investigate, right? And so there's a good level of healthy caution to take when gathering information. Some people say curiosity killed the cat, whatever. You just gotta be cautious in investigating, right? And but if you just kind of hear a sound and you jet, like, oh my god. You're just gonna jet. Your imagination is gonna go off and be like, dude, I have no idea what that was. I don't want to find out. And you just run, and you might just sit outside all night. You know what I mean? And it turns out it was just like a mouse. Like, honestly, that's an over dramatic, I guess you could say, reaction to, something that didn't really even pose a threat. You know what I mean? And like, if you took the time and cautiously investigated, you would have found out it was a mouse. You wouldn't have had to sit outside the whole night, you know what I mean? And this goes into a whole nother aspect. People have said that ignorance is like the most evil thing on the planet. When people are ignorant, when they're not investigative, when they don't have real information, they can be told things, they can be lied to. And then when people are lied to, they have false information, they can act upon the information. Like, if you never met your neighbors, you know what I mean? Like, somebody could just lie to you and tell you they're all fucking, like, plotting on doing something to you, you know what I mean? They're like, oh my god, and I'll get them first, and, you do something crazy, you know what I mean? So if you're ignorant, if you're not investigative, if you don't pick up real information, then people can lie to you. They can fill your brain with false information, which can cause you to do some stupid stuff. So I guess you can see how that's, relevant, with the whole ignorance is the greatest evil on earth type thing. And just generally, I feel like people are safer when they pay attention. If you're ignorant and you're around me, I probably don't like you around me because I feel like you're dangerous. Just not paying attention to what you're doing, but also just for yourself. Just pay attention to everything. And I don't just mean like your surroundings, like pay attention to everything. What's going on in the world? What's going on with your people? What's going on with anything? You got some water on the stove? Pay attention. Don't be ignorant. Ignorance is dangerous. It really is. If you want to take it further, it's gonna be like a whole ass concept. We understand survival of the fittest. We understand natural selection, and I feel like awareness and also like foresight and kind of being able to kind of see possible dangers ahead of time it's part of survival of the fittest. Those who were able to see danger before they ran into them survived. Those who didn't, fell into traps and died. So, like natural selection would have it, in the way that, it kind of happened with, the intelligence surviving. And, you can't be ignorant and at the same time, be aware of danger. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's just part of natural selection. So really, I mean, you've heard of a Darwin Award, right? People do stupid stuff, right? Kill themselves, whatever. Or maybe just are ignorant and don't see a danger that's coming. They just sit there and it comes, Don't give me a strike, homie. You hit it. I know you hit the jams. Just don't give me a strike. Don't give me a strike. Don't give me a strike. I'm trying to put this on YouTube. It's jamming too hard. Don't give me a strike. I'm making background noise so it can't, hear it through it all. So yeah. So you can see, it's highly relevant in a lot of ways. It's just dangerous to be ignorant. It really is. Not just for yourself. It's dangerous for other people. Sometimes you can, ignorantly do something. Start a fire, and think it's safe, and then, light up a whole freaking building where people are sleeping. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes if you're ignorant and doing something dangerous because you're ignorant, of the danger, and people might have to take it upon themselves to stop you. You know what I'm saying? And this leads to a whole mess because sometimes ignorant people don't know they're ignorant, might be doing something stupid. And then people try to stop them. And they're like, hey, why are you stopping me? You're infringing on my rights, my freedom. It's like, no, bro, I'm saving your life and my life. We're not going to let you do this crazy stuff. And, so you can see how it's all relevant, Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is dangerous. It might be blissful for a minute, but really, if you want to live, we're the most intelligent species on the planet, right? I mean, it's part of who we are. Dang, these people gotta stop with that music. Don't give me no strikes, man. Slow it down. Come on. Whatever. So yeah, hopefully this is a good explanation to get you to see why it's highly relevant. It has to do with anxiety too. People got their issues, anxiety and stuff, man. You just gotta gather real information and deal with it. You gotta deal with reality, whatever it is, Shit, if you're not gonna be able to pay your bills this week, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Too fucking bad. I mean, I think a lot of people have a lot of fears, a lot of things they're not willing to admit, like a lot of people might fear death. I know I'm not gonna live forever, you know what I'm saying? I know this, and it's like a lot of people are afraid to even think of that. It's like, bro, it's just part of life, man. If anything, it'll, becoming aware that you're gonna die one day, it'll make you more, spend your time more wisely, you know what I'm saying? And, thinking about that is why I make so many videos. I make the videos because I know I'm not going to be here forever. And I want, my life all the lessons I've learned in life to be worth something, And so I record stuff. I impart wisdom, through this video medium, whatever. And, so, thinking about the dangers really help you make better decisions, you know what I'm saying? And thinking about everything, not being ignorant really helps out. It does. It helps a lot, believe me. So really, you gotta be brave. Some people are just crazy fearful. They hear a sound, walk in the house, hear a sound, like, oh my God, I don't want to walk in there. Like I said, there's cautious investigation. You don't have to just straight up, be stupid and roll up on danger. No, there's caution involved. And if it is a big sound, if it's a reasonable, thing to be worried about, then roll out. I'm not telling you go and, walk into danger. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you sometimes people do take kind of these overreactive measures to, just for an imaginary fear. They just don't really even pick up enough info to really see what's going on. But also, like I said, if you're ignorant, people can lie to you. People can impart false information, which will cause even crazier, unnecessary reactions and It's crazy. So you gotta be aware of all that stuff. People do it all the time. I talk about this all the time. Like, people take advantage of what you don't know. They see what you don't know, and they'll lie their asses off, tell you all types of bullshit, and get you doing all types of shit. And that's fear mongering. It's a tactic that I guess a lot of the governments around the world use. So hopefully you can see how this is highly relevant. I'm telling you, it's just I guess like Thomas Jefferson said, there's never been such thing as an ignorant and free society. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, you can see why. Because if you're ignorant, people can lie to you and play you and all types of shit. It's like the Wizard of Oz. Everybody, it was a big scary thing. It was like, oh, it's so scary. And then when they really found out, investigated, it was just an old man behind the curtain. False impression type thing. And just like the lion in the Wizard of Oz, he had to get courage and overcome his fear. And they went and cautiously investigated and found out, and what they thought was a big, major, scary thing really wasn't that scary. And they overcame. So hopefully you can see how this is all relevant, and hopefully it's useful to you people all throughout the future. Whatever, cool. And hope you enjoyed. Look at my tree. You see that thing? That's my tree. The only reason I say this is because I got my patio's right up under it, and I always look up to it. It looks good with that moon right there. Get all three of us in the same shot. Whatever. Funny. Nah, that's really my my place I spend a lot of time, I guess you could say. Have spent a lot of time, so yeah. It's nice. Never forget you, tree. Hope the world never forgets tree neither. It's held it down. Really been there for me when I needed it. Good times. I think I'm gonna make a lot of videos about a lot of stuff. Like I was just thinking about it. Like, I'm not gonna be here forever, and when I die, I'm sure people will want like as much as possible from me. So fuck it. I'm just gonna go off for like everything, every type of weird shit I think about. I'm kind of selective. I've been selective. I think I'm gonna like really just go like hard, because why not? You know what I mean? Whatever. I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys for listening.